I thought I would sort of comment on the Wisconsin protest and one belief that I think tends to help us out of our insanity right now. And that is whatever advice you put out into the world that you think everybody else in the world should follow, will you take your own advice and follow the same rules? Or is it something you just want other people to follow, but it's something you would never follow yourself? So let's look at some of the things that um, politicians and these CEOs that are frankly destroying the whole friggin' globe. I mean, who is the one responsible for this global collapse? Do you think it really is all of the workers that have been doing all of the work, showing up to work, taking very little money for the work that they do, while these CEOs suck up all of the profits and buy themselves a whole pile of stuff and make themselves look like I'm the smart guy because I got more stuff than you? Who's the one that's ultimately responsible? It would be the politicians. It would be these CEOs. It would be the logic that's in their minds that are creating all of this. It isn't us, the little people, that are creating any of this. We show up to work. We've been doing what they've been saying all the time. So who are the ones that are creating the problem? You gotta look at that. It's the guys at the top. They're friggin' insane. And they won't follow their own advice. Put more money into healthcare. Are they willing to, in proportion with what they earn? Are they willing to put that much into it? Are they willing to give up their wages in proportion to what they're asking workers do? Are they willing to give up any form of negotiation? If the shoe was on the other foot, and instead of having the insanity run the world, but it actually was the workers running the world, what if the workers set the rules and the employees don't have any say? What do you think would happen then? Yes, it takes a different mindset to pull us out of this. So what if it was the mindset of the worker? Ooh, what a bad, horrible thing. I don't think so. Because you know what? Every single one of these workers are willing to negotiate and make logic sense. Yes, we've got to give up some stuff to make some stuff work. But when you know, want to destroy the planet, people are going to protest. So it's like, follow your own advice. Will any of these really, really rich people give up their money? Like they're asking the workers to give up their money? Are they willing to give up their negotiating powers? I don't think so. But yet, wouldn't that be amazing if they actually followed their own advice? And it's like they listen to, because frankly, everybody's got the best advice. I think that if we all just listen to our own advice, we'd cure ourselves of our own insanity. So I personally think that these politicians are brilliant if they follow their own advice, but they don't. They only want everybody else to live by the rules they set, but those rules never, ever, ever will apply to them. They see themselves as detached from society. They see themselves as brilliant, brilliant people. And I mean, if you're going to be religious, look at the fruit. Look at the fruit of your actions. You're freaking destroying the planet. So that's what I really, truly wish everybody would kind of wake up to, is follow your own advice. If you go into any type of conversation with anybody, if you're listening to any type of leader, a motivational speaker, a doctor, a teacher, anybody who is in power that is, has any form of influence on others, just look at them and see if they can follow their own advice. Throw their rules back at them and say, okay, if you want me to follow this advice, does it work for you? Show me how. If we could kind of look at life from that perspective, if just play dumb and say, okay, I'm not quite understanding this rule. Can you show me how? you know, I came from my father's family they were French, and there was 10 kids in the family, and if they wanted to get out of doing dishes, they would just play dumb. They would say they would be really, really bad at doing dishes. They would, can you just show me how it's done? And then some stupid idiot that wants to be really, really smart would always say, here's how you do dishes. And as long as you keep saying, I don't think I quite get it yet, then they'll keep showing you and they'll keep doing the work. So that's how people get out of doing work, is they play stupid, play dumb, and say, I really don't know how this is done. Can you show me? And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It is a completely different mindset that the ones in power happen to use a lot, because they push it on you. But if it was turned around, if every freaking worker went to your boss and said, I don't know how to do this job, can you show me how? I don't know how to live off my paycheck and give all of my money away and work and still be able to have enough money to pay off all these bills that you keep raising the prices on. Can you show me how? Show me how you can give up all of your money and at the end of the day still pay your bills. Show me how that's done. Every time you see somebody giving their advice, ask them, how is it working for you? Are you doing the same thing? I'm not seeing it. Because basically what we're doing is we're mirroring each other. And we have no positive role models to mirror. It's like nobody's responsible or accountable anymore. Everybody's pointing fingers. We can look at Charlie Sheen. If you really, really understand addiction, Charlie Sheen is looking for some answers. He sees a bigger picture. He sees an awful lot of insanity going on in the world, and that's what addiction is you're frustrated. You don't know the answer to something, but you see a massive problem. So you externalize that, and the pain. I mean, for Charlie Sheen to be, dealing with this much addiction, he's in enormous pain. What's the causes that are creating all of this pain? And you will get bits and pieces of what he's saying, and he's calling out, the workers, the people that he works with are all idiots. That's the truth. They are. It's Hollywood. They're handlers. And usually people with addictions like this are geniuses. They're really, really, really extremely smart people, but they don't know how to communicate effectively. They don't know how to basically follow their own advice. Not to say this guy is doing the right thing. He will be doing the right thing when he finds the answers to what he's looking for. And he's pointing the fingers at everybody else, but that's what they're all doing to him. Everybody's pointing the finger at him. He's just pointing it right back, and it's like, look at your friggin' insanity. He's mirroring everything that's going on that he knows is wrong, which is making him drink, because he's mirroring everything he hates and he knows it's dead wrong. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody else. But again, if Charlie Sheen followed his own advice that he thought everybody else should follow, he'll find his answers. Everything that every one of us are dealing with, it's like, go inside self. See if you can follow your own advice that you give other people. If you can't follow your own advice, chances are you're dealing with a massive level of insanity. So I put it out to those politicians. Are they willing to follow their own advice? Are they willing to let, the workers dictate how things are going to go? Give the workers, hey, this is the budget, this is what we need to do. If just put the numbers on the table, and let's look at honestly what budgets look like. And you let people say, well, let's get together and we should do this, this, and this, and then all of us will have jobs, all of us will have money. And I'm pretty sure the workers will say, we're going to cut the wages off these CEOs. Anybody that's making a hell of a lot of money and has a huge amount of savings, we should really cut their paychecks, their profits out, and keep it within the economic system instead of in their bank account and buying themselves more stuff that keeps them locked into their insanity. And I really truly love the idea of no negotiation. As long as these CEOs don't have any form of negotiation, they're going to do what the people say. Boom, you got a massive solution. But they'll never, ever follow their own insanity or advice. And that is their insanity, because they can't see the genius of their advice if they follow it themselves. It's magical. It's truly, truly magical if you turn things around that way and see it from a different perspective. Just a thought. Peace out.